A very good morning to today's workshop conducted on this auspicious day of National Science Day 2021 at RGUKT, Srikakulam. So our topic is spatial data for society. Spatial data is part of spatial sciences or space science. Space science itself is a basket term in which geographic information system is a part. It is known as GIS or GIS, and the data collected for GIS is known as spatial data. It is interesting to know that all of you use spatial data, because nowadays on smartphones, if you utilize a satellite image, that means you are using spatial data. Well, let's go deep into it, and in this workshop I will let you know how we can help society collecting spatial data with tools that are available on smart Android phones. I am Vundavalli Ravikumar, Director, retired, Geological Survey of India. I retired from the Training Institute of Geological Survey of India. I was teaching them GIS. And note my email address for any correspondence on open source GIS, for which I am one of the office bearers of OSGEO, Open Source Geospatial India. I am a secretary. So, to give you a perspective, I'll let you know some historical account too. Historical account. This is a map, very old. To be more precise, nearly 1,000, more than 1,900 years old, because we are in 2021, and this is 150 CE, drawn by Ptolemy, and it was redrawn in the 15th century. You see part of what Ptolemy thought the world is. It belongs to the northern Mediterranean. So, interest in having maps is very old, because with maps you can plan lots of things for humanity, let alone war. So this happens to be one of the oldest maps. Now this happens to be my introduction to the first object that went into space with a dog on board. The name of the dog is Laika, and it was launched in 1957. At that time, it was a question mark in a place where there is no gravitational pull, whether living beings can exist. So it was in 1957, Sputnik, a Russian satellite, was launched with Laika. And before that, the first object that has gone into space, 1949, even I was not born, February 1949. So this is in a way the evolution of human activity towards space. It's a different matter that Laika, which proved that yes, living beings can live in zero gravity. And just to give you some account that there were some Telugu films in which a dog barking in Sputnik, I remember vividly, I don't remember the name of the movie, was there. So after that, let us catapult to the present. Just few days ago, human beings have sent Perseverance to Mars. It has landed on February 18th. I am a geologist, like your very learned director, Professor Jagdishwar Rao Garu. We are very much interested to know what is the lithology, what are the rock types on Mars. And this vehicle, known as Perseverance, rightly named, has landed on Mars, and we have got a very good coverage of Mars. So this is what is going on with space right from 1949 to a few days ago, to just give you a perspective. And this happens to be a satellite image. The images you see from a satellite, this is on Mars, but the satellite images of Earth, they are doing a great job. This is an image, a satellite image, Google Earth. You can see Rajiv Gandhi, RGUKT, IIIT Srikakulam, and so many things. You can I can actually, to the upper left, I can search and I can find out in the map what is where. This is true for the world, and this happens to be the satellite image in 1985, and their latest image is in 2016. This is the latest image. You see, I just shifted the bar, so the details have increased. So Google has really, it started in this Google Earth and Google using satellite imagery started in 2005, and it has really revolutionized the way we look at spatial data. Now people use spatial data and geographic information system even without knowing it. That is the best part of science. A Ola cab driver drives to a new destination even if he doesn't know, no problem, thanks to the Google Maps. Let us take the example of a bigger city, say even Visakhapatnam. You can go anywhere you like, even if you have not come there before, your friend's house as an example, by just navigating using Google Maps, using your smartphone. That's where we are at the moment. And now this. Let's see some more of these usages of Google Maps. This is a Google map again, and this is something that is queried at Srikakulam. I queried for something that is very important for the public, general public, I mean ordinary citizens who depend on ration shops. So Google has even put ration shops on its map. You know how it came into being? This is geographic information system. Together it is known as GIS. And how did they get the data? Crowdsourcing. That means Google encouraged people to please put your photographs, put the information, and we'll put it on the map. And even society is benefiting from it. Google makes money out of it. It's a different matter. And probably justly, because they have invested so much amount. So, crowdsourcing. And today, you are going to collect data. We can call it as student crowdsourcing. Yeah. So, I told you about geographic information system. And the way we are going to collect data is crowdsourcing using your smartphones. Okay. Now, coming to the latest technology that is developing, for satellite image, you need satellites which are above the earth, hundreds of kilometers above the earth, even thousands of kilometers, and from there they photograph earth. So, and they use also various sensors. They need not be exactly photographs like infrared imageries and all that. But here, the latest technology is drones. I think many of you know that nowadays, even in marriages, for photography, people use drones. You get an advantage of a height so that people can look up and have fantastic photographs. And see, the cost of the drone and the camera together has come down. This is just to give you that the technology is waiting for you to be used. And your institute definitely can have better, these are drones, better drones. And this is the drone, a close-up. The name is drone. People even call it UAV. And mapping has become something much easier. And you see, much easier. Government is doing mapping using what they call as unmanned special vehicles or UAVs or drones. Excuse me. So this is from the Andhra Pradesh government's website. Okay. It is known as APSRAC, special APSAC. So you can see the urban studies part of Maruti Nagar, Anantapur town. It is all collected from drones, and they draw lines on it. We call these lines and polygons. Polygons are lines which close and points, and information is crunched on them. That means you click on a point, you get back the information as you get from the Google. So a good amount of work is going on this and at a good dependable scale. And this happens to be for actually revenue, taxation and all that, and also land use, land cover, and utility mapping. So when you find time, you please go to, you can see the website APSAC, apsac.ap.gov.in. They are doing wonderful work. So GIS has improved leaps and bounds after the introduction of drones or UAVs. Now let's see something else. Now we are in the middle of a pandemic, and I am sure that many of you are still wearing your masks and all that. I am recording this video and I am not wearing a mask because I am at home. If I go out, I wear my mask, and I also keep a liquid to sanitize my hands. You see, the entire world has gone through this. Now, how GIS has helped? Let's see. This is a health map. It is just to give you the idea that for mapping pandemic, how GIS and the display can help. and it is from a company known as Mapbox. It is at Bangalore. I'll play it, and you can see it is 25th of April 2020. A few days after our lockdown, 21st March was lockdown. I'll play it. Now you see what happens. So I will scroll it fast to a place where it is, yeah. So yeah, it'll take some time. I wanted to speed it up for you. Now you see it, 29th March, 3rd April, 11th April. Now you see the dots will develop very soon, because that's when the cases have come. Yes, you can see it. Srikakulam is there, Visakhapatnam is there. This is known as the COVID heat map. You see some red areas are there. Kakinada is a red area, Eluru is a red area, and Visakhapatnam is a red area, so is Srikakulam and Vijayanagaram. So red area means number of cases, 101 to 500 cases. And you see, yellow areas are different, more than 2000 cases, things like that. So this is how GIS can be used. Now let us go back to our presentation. So you have seen the COVID map. I'm giving you ideas and perspective how GIS can be used. Don't worry about the big bombastic term GIS. What you're going to collect as data is GIS. That much I can tell you. So let us see an example of GIS done for society from the city of Rajahmundry. Okay. Now go back to 1999. IIIT. IIIT was the first commercial high-resolution sub-meter accuracy satellite photography, and the map we did for Rajahmundry was to a great extent dependent on the IIIT digitized CAD maps provided by Rajahmundry Municipal Corporation. The actual work started. In 2007 by Salim Ali Institute of Ornithology, Dr. S.N. Prasad. He was the principal scientist, and along with his team. This is a Government of India Ministry of Environment agency. They have done it. And then after 2007, in 2007, the only way you can get the latitude, longitude and position is using a GPS. Then the smartphones were not there. And then in 2012-2015, Adikavi Naniya University did the work more intensively for Rajahmundry. Even by 2012, smartphones were not used so much. I think by 2015 smartphones came into being. Yeah, so I'll show you the actual GIS part of it. So this is the GIS part of it, and this is Rajahmundry map. If I show you the Google map, I think you will appreciate it much better, because you saw the Google map, and you can see, these are the places. Now GIS means you collect the information, click on any point, you get the information. It is the place is Kambala Cheru at Rajahmundry, and you get all that information that is there. Then and you have MCR water tanks, and then you have even underground pipes and even walls were mapped. You see, you click on one of these walls, you see, so you get the wall, it is an air wall, so they are all mapped. So this kind of information you won't get in Google. It is done by this project at that time, sponsored by Department of Science and Technology. So now there are so many other important places. You have MCR roads, lot of roads. I can in fact enlarge it, just show you how thick the roads are. See how the roads are, so important. Even the roads information you can get it by clicking. You see, roads are very, very carefully digitized, and you can get all the localities. You see, click on a locality, you get the information. You see, that's the information. And so this is a GIS of the city of Rajahmundry, and this is done using open source GIS software. The software most used is QGIS. You can see it. So this is just to give you that your institute might take up the societal GIS of Srikakulam and do it as a project by the students. You will not only learn how to use GIS for society, but also actually practically do it. Let's go back to our slideshow. So in 2015 it was completed, just at the time of the Kumbh Mela or Pushkaralu of Godavari. So societal GIS possibilities 2021. Okay, so the base map is Openstreetmap. Openstreetmap is also like Google Maps, but the difference is in Openstreetmap, whatever data you create, you can take it back. Not only your data, but created by all others. When you actually see one of the smartphone projects, you will see what is OpenStreetMap. Then data collection application is APCollect 5, and this is mostly for point data. And then OSMAND, this is for lines and polygons. Now let us go to Epicollect file. Now I am using the browser because it is a browser based project, so you can carefully note it, and this entire thing will be also be available as a video, so later on you can see it at leisure, even pausing wherever required. So it is known as 5 Epicollect. Okay, 5epicollect.net. This is the home page of 5epicollect.net, and you have to log in. For logging in, you can use Google, and I suggest that you all must be having Google accounts, so you please use that when you try to log into Epicollect. But for doing my work, actually the work we are suggesting, you need not even log into that. I have logged in, I have already logged in, so it has taken it just like that. It didn't ask for a password and all that. Now let me go to my projects. So these are all my projects, and here there is a familiar name. What is the name? RGUKT, the name of your institute. Now let us see, what is this project? This is the project, and there are 3 entries created by me for this project already. So let us now go to Let us go to the details. So these are the details of the project. Later on you can actually see it. I'm not going to kind of spend much time into how to create a project and all that, but what we will do is we will straight away go to the view the data, because you are going to collect data and later on it can be viewed like this. So this is how to view the data, and now there are 3 points and there is one photograph also. So let us say map. You get the map. This is the map. You see, this is where I am, Rajamahendravaram, and this is my lat long and all that. So it is there. So now let us go. There are 2 data here. One is the city of Srikakulam. Okay. This is actually simulated. That means I didn't go to Srikakulam, but I noted it from here. It is known as simulated data. And this is important. I have simulated your institute and taken the photograph also from the internet. But now you are going to take a lot of photographs. You will see how to do it. And this particular data which you are seeing is known as Openstreetmap. Okay, it is near Chilakalapaga. And if you take the satellite imagery, you will know it much better. Okay, this is Chilakalapaga. Okay, this is where it is. So when you collect data, all that data will come here, and let's see how things will be done. Okay, so when you collect data, those spots will come and all the information and photographs you have done it will come there. Even now if I click on this, the information will come, including the photograph. So this to the left hand side is known as the attribute information, and this is the map. So this entire thing becomes geographic information system. And now I'll show you, see, OpenStreetMap. This is OpenStreetMap. Somebody has already done it for you, and you can use it as a base map. Okay, they have even mapped the buildings in OpenStreetMap. OpenStreetMap is totally a mapping work done for the entire world, just by people who are interested in providing data for people. Okay, so much about that. Later on when you get time, you see, I'll show you OpenStreetMap. You log on to it and see what it is. Okay, now let us go back to our presentation. Okay, I will log out of it from Epicollect, go back to the presentation. Okay, so base map is OpenStreetMap. Later on when you present, but when it is in Epicollect, you can take the satellite map and OpenStreetMap also. And then data collection app is Epicollect 5. And then if you want to draw lines or polygons, a building can be shown with a polygon because it contains some area. For example, the area, the number of acres, maybe 100 acres, 50 acres, I don't know. This RGUKT, your institute, that when it is mapped, you can see its area. But remember, the areas that come from the satellite image have their own inaccuracies. So you should take it with a pinch of salt, but you know how it is and all that. Because the best you can get from your smartphone is 5 meters accuracy. That means you are in a circle with a radius of 5 meters. Okay. Now lines and polygons by OSMAND, right? Now I have made 2 YouTube videos which can be actually which are going to be shown to you afterwards, after this presentation is over, and you can see them in a playlist on YouTube also. So reach me on this email address of mine, raviundavalli@yahoo.com, and please in the subject give RGUKT, okay, so that I will take more interest and I will try to immediately answer, because I know it has come from the Srikakulam Institute who have done societal mapping. So with this, all the best for your work. But this presentation is not over, because just after this presentation you have 2 videos to be seen, so that you can acquaint yourself to carry out the societal GIS work. So all the best for your field work. Thank you.